Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Thursday, December 15th, 2016. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of Aura News, where we bring you today's top stories translated into English every weeknight. Democratic Party Chairman Lulzim Berisha asked the Prime Minister to dismiss the mayor of Durres. According to the DP chairman, the Durres Mayor used his power to liberate Lulzim Berisha from prison, and for this reason, Mr. Berisha called on the Prosecutor General to immediately launch an investigation of the Durres Mayor for criminal conspiracy. The DP chairman held a meeting with leaders of the DP structures, right-wing councillors, and the Durres Democratic MPs. After the meeting, the DP chairman had this to say. Durres' mayor has used his power to liberate a criminal who has murdered and terrorized Durres' citizens. The mayor of Durres decided to be on a criminal's side, and for this reason, the DP councillors and the Durres DP MPs have decided to ask for the immediate dismissal of Durres' mayor, based on the Constitution and the country's laws. Criminals and criminal organizations are the main pillars upon which Edi Rama's governance is based. Rama used criminals to come into power, and now the criminals are using Edi Rama to strengthen crime's power, declared the DP chairman, issuing this call to the citizens. The citizens should be united and pressure the Prime Minister to fight against crime. I also call on the international factor and their representatives in Tirana to pressure the government and the Prime Minister to make immediate decisions against organized crime and to immediately begin the decriminalization process. Organized crime in Albania is a risk for everyone, concluded the DP chairman. We will be going live right now with the Assembly Speaker, Ilir Meta.
Dhe padyshim më i rëndësishëm se çdo lloj rezultati është stabiliteti i Maqedonisë, është zhbllokimi i kësaj krize institucionale përmes zgjedhjeve të fundit, të cilat fatmirësisht u zhvilluan në një klimë shumë pozitive dhe demokratike, gjë që u vlerësua dhe nga partnerët ndërkombëtar, të cilët e kanë mbështetur Maqedonin për të dalë nga kjo krizë, dhe sigurisht për të ardhmen është mjaft e rëndësishme që ky proces të përfundojë në tërësinë e tij në mënyrën më demokratike dhe padyshim për ne kryesore është që Maqedonia të ecë përpara në rrugën e stabilitetit, të zgjidhjes çështjes së emrit dhe ekosisht të përparimit të proceseve integruese si të antarësimit NATO edhe në Bashkimin Evropian, dhe që është jashtëzakonisht shumë e rëndësishme për ne është që të drejtat e shqiptarëve të shnojnë në një progres shumë të dukshëm dhe më të prekshëm përmes një zbatimi sa më real dhe më konkret edhe të vetë marrëveshësorit.
A pati ndonjë komunikim nga zoti Ahmeti në raport me lëvizjet që po bëjnë shqiptarët, partitë shqiptare atje për të arritur në këtë konsensusin që do ta kapërcejë situatën e krizës në Maqedoni pas këtyre zgjedhjeve, ose çfarë këshilloi gjithashtu nga ana juaj kryetari i kuvendit zoti Meta Ali Ahmetin për ta kapërcyer këtë moment?
Me sa di unë, zoti Ahmeti ka patur një prononcim për mediat mas këtij takimi, por unë mund t'ju them se e vetmja mbështetje, sepse nuk mendoj se si zoti Ahmeti ashtu dhe politikanët e tjerë shqiptarë në Maqedoni ka nevojë për këshilla nga ne, po mbështetja jonë është vetëm për procese stabilizuese, demokratizuese, europianizuese dhe natyrisht kur vjen fjala për të drejtat e shqiptarëve, për rritjen e bashkëpunimit ndërmjet faktorit shqiptar për të avancuar drejtat e tyre në kuadër të një Maqedonie më europiane. Faleminderit.
The mayor of Durres reacted to the accusations made against him, saying they are political in nature and that releasing Lul Berisha with terms of volunteer work is routine procedure for any prisoner. Emphasizing that the courts make decisions regarding the prisoners and not City Hall, the mayor of Durres called the DP accusations an effort to shift attention from the vetting law saying the Democratic Party chairman should know that this is a routine procedure. We have an agreement with probation services. There are 36 people on the list who are doing volunteer work, declared the Durres mayor. The Durres prosecution has launched an investigation into the liberation of Lulzim Berisha and plans to verify judicial and administrative practices followed for the paroled liberation of Lulzim Berisha. Also, the prosecution will investigate the administrative practices of the Durres City Hall, which set Lulzim Berisha free on parole. According to the prosecution, a series of court decisions were ruled in favor of Lul Berisha, reducing his punishment, which, along with the 2012 amnesty law, favored the prisoner for early paroled release. The prosecution directed the media to the public record of the decision of the Durres Appellate Court, which reads, "After considering the condition of Lulzim Berisha's family, their behavior in the community, and the opportunity for parole, the Durres City Hall guarantees the employment of Lulzim Berisha, being unable to be employed in any private company." The Durres prosecution has reasonable suspicions that certain state officials have acted unlawfully to create conditions in order for the court to grant parole. The Minister of Foreign Affairs made a declaration today during the plenary session that spring of 2018 is the time when negotiations for Albania's integration into the European Union can be opened. Although, according to the minister, this can happen sooner, and it depends on the implementation of the vetting law. The Minister of Foreign Affairs responded to the former Prime Minister's accusations that Albania received a red card from the European Union, which did not set a date for opening negotiations. The upcoming evaluation will be in spring of 2018. However, the Council of Europe is willing to ask the European Commission to give Albania an individual report as soon as Albania has made the necessary progress for opening negotiations, declared the Minister of Foreign Affairs. The former Prime Minister responded calling it propaganda, saying, "You are trying to lie to the Albanian citizens. This is shameful. There is no date set for Albania. You are a liar. This is a failure," declared Mr. Berisha. The Minister of Foreign Affairs declared that the opposition is against the integration, but the former Prime Minister Berisha replied that the Democratic Party has done everything for the integration process. Prime Minister Edi Rama called the Democratic Party's interpretation of the European Council opinion of Albania's progress to be ridiculous. The Prime Minister accused the opposition of deliberately impeding the integration process, knowing that Albania's integration is conditional to the implementation of the vetting law and sending the law to Constitutional Court for review. Also, the Prime Minister emphasized that further progress in achieving the 5 reform priorities is fundamental for every country with goals for integration. The EU countries praise Albania's progress. The progress towards the reforms and the 5 priorities are fundamental. The vetting law is a condition for negotiations, and it also paves way for implementing the judicial reform, declared the Prime Minister, adding that the European Council will open negotiations once the vetting law is in function. According to the Prime Minister, Albania's integration is being stalled by the Democratic Party and not by the European Council's agenda. The former Prime Minister, however, stated that the only positive evaluation for Albania has been for the consensual adoption of the judicial reform, and everything else is a lie of the Prime Minister. The European Council decided not to open negotiations and did not set a date for the other report, but also made it clear to Albanian people that the vetting law is not the only condition for opening the negotiations, declared the former Prime Minister, adding that Prime Minister Rama lies to cover his failures and is trying to control the justice system. Mr. Berisha ended with the statement that citizens should make a decision in the June 18th elections and choose to vote for Edi Rama, the murderer of hope for Europe. The Albanian-American prosecutor, John Yunsai, held a meeting today with the Prosecutor General, which lasted about an hour. Today's meeting came after yesterday's public accusation by the U.S. ambassador against the Prosecutor General for failing to arrest Clement Balili, Saranda's former director of transportation. It is learned that the American prosecutor asked for information about the investigations and also asked for information about the prosecution's stance regarding this issue. After the meeting, the American prosecutor made no comment about the meeting. The Minister of Justice, Mr. Magnani, also reacted today about the U.S. ambassador's statement. I fully share the U.S. ambassador's concern over the failure to arrest the citizen Clement Balili. I want to let you know that for 7 months I have repeatedly expressed my concern regarding this issue. Failure to handle or the wrongful handling of this issue should not be equalized among state institutions in responsibilities. The Albanian law is very explicit about institutional authority for the arresting, detaining, bringing of charges, and convicting of persons found in violations of the law, Magnani said. He also emphasized that he has asked for Clement Balili's arrest for 7 months. I have always denounced the practice of shifting the responsibility. No one should hide behind invented alibis, but should take on their responsibilities defined by the law and exert them. I also take the opportunity to reiterate my stance that anyone who acts in defiance of the law should be held as reprehensible, said Minister Magnani. That's all for our English edition this evening. Please join us again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for your local news in English. My name is Mari, and on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.